This lesson will get us ready for multiplying rational expressions, and we're going to learn how to reduce or simplify a rational expression. So what I'd like to do first is take you back and remind you how you reduce a fraction. So when you first started reducing, probably around 3rd or 4th grade, I'm guessing, maybe 5th grade, your teacher first of all, you guys know that if you reduce this, it would be 2/3, right? 5 goes into 10 2 times, 5 goes into 15 3 times. But when you first started doing this, your teacher said, factor the number 10 to 2 times 5. And factor the number 15 to 3 times 5. And then you use the property where you could say this is the same thing as 2/3 times 5 over 5, which is 2/3 times 1, which is 2/3. Now that's the long method, but it's how you first started learning to reduce. But we can gain something from this. We know that really, in order to reduce, what we need to do is find something that's a common factor. So we need to separate this number into its factors and separate this number into its factors and see if there's some factor in the numerator and the denominator that's the same so that they will cancel out. So the same thing is going to happen with rational expressions. So let's start with the first one. X squared plus 5x over x squared. What we want to try to do is separate this into factors, because once we have it separated into factors, then we can reduce. So the top one is going to factor to x times x plus 5. The bottom one factors to x times x. So now that I have two factors that are the same, an x in the numerator and an x in the denominator, they're going to cancel out. So my answer would just be x plus 5 over x. These two x's can't cancel because this is a factor of x plus 5. So this whole thing would have to cancel with something down here in order to cancel out. Kind of like if you had 3 plus 4 over 3, that would be 7/3. But you couldn't just cancel the 3's, right? So it only works if this entire thing will cancel with something on the bottom. All right, here's the second one. X squared minus 4x minus 12 over x squared minus 4. So we want to try to see if this will reduce. So the first thing I want to do is look at the numerator and the denominator and see if I can find its factors. This one factors to x minus 6 times x plus 2. The factors of the denominator are x plus 2 and x minus 2. So you can see how we have some factors in the numerator and the denominator that are the same. We have an x plus 2 here and an x plus 2 here, which will cancel. So my answer would be x minus 6 over x minus 2. Nothing else will reduce because we don't have entire factors that reduce with other entire factors. So that one is simplified just as it is. Let's do another one. Three x cubed over 12x squared plus 9x. So I can only factor, or I can only simplify once I have factors. So on the top, this is 3 times x times x times x. And we don't have to write that out the long way. I'm just trying to show you how this works. On the bottom, what they have in common is a 3 and an x. And what's left is 4x plus 3. So now I'm looking for factors. A factor is two things multiplied together. So the factor 3 cancels with the factor 3. And the factor x cancels with the factor x. So in the numerator, I'm left with x squared. And in the denominator, I get 4x plus 3. Nothing else will simplify because I don't have complete factors. Here's example 4. X squared minus 3x plus 2 over x squared plus 5x minus 6. So I can't start canceling until I know the factors. This factors to x minus 2, x minus 1. The bottom factors to x plus 6, x minus 1. So I have a factor of x minus 1 in the numerator and a factor of x minus 1 in the denominator. So my answer is x minus 2 over x plus 6.